Okay, we are live. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Stuart here from Spain Speaks with this evening's live stream, 7:40 p.m. It is the 22nd of February, inching closer to the end of the month. Starting a new month soon, only another week to go, and we will be through it. Weeks flying by, months flying by. Looking at some of the main stories that have caught my attention in the press here today in Spain. Some comments that have been left on the channel 2 in recent times by viewers, and the live chat section that we'll go into towards the end of the video. Around the 20-minute mark, I would say we'll go into the live chat section. Now, we'll get straight into the news, and Spain has water issues. If it's not raining, it's pouring, and if it's not raining, we have drought. As we can see here, Spain faces ongoing water crisis amid aging infrastructure. Spain continues to face a persistent water crisis driven by population growth, prolonged droughts and intense rainfall. Although the country has an extensive water network, including hundreds of thousands of kilometres of supply and sanitation systems, much of the infrastructure dates back to the 1950s and 60s and is now aging. Experts warn that renewal rates are far below recommended levels, reducing efficiency and causing significant water losses through leaks and faults. Spain currently loses around 19 to 20% of its water, a figure still far from EU targets despite recent improvements. The sector estimates that around 4 billion euros per year must be invested for at least a decade to modernise networks, upgrade treatment plants and improve resilience, including advanced filtration systems required by EU rules before 2030. So Spain's ongoing water crisis, the infrastructure is getting old, leaking, and losing a lot of water, and that is the issue. And it's going to cost a pretty penny to get it into tip-top shape again. So what was the figure there? 4 billion euros per year for at least a decade in order to get a decent water infrastructure system, because built back in the 1950s and 60s, and as we know, those things don't last forever. They have to be renewed, updated, as we saw there, and it costs a lot of money. Does Spain have the money? I don't know, but Prime Minister Sanchez seems to think Spain is flying at the moment, as we can see here. And he has defended his leadership, saying that Spain is thriving and the opposition parties are lying. Spain's Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has said Spain is performing better than ever and accused the opposition of constantly spreading false claims, defending his leadership and stating it is worth continuing until 2027 and beyond. Speaking at a party event in Ponferrada, attended by around 1,500 people, he urged voters to mobilise for the upcoming Castilla y León election on the 15th of March, hoping to end PP Vox's regional governments. Sanchez argued that Spain's progressive coalition stands out internationally for resisting the rise of the far right. He highlighted recent government measures, including a rise in the minimum wage and calls to investigate potential child pornography offences on digital platforms. He also criticised tech oligarchs, accusing them of promoting hate speech through online algorithms. So Sanchez defending his leadership and also pointing the finger at these tech oligarchs. We know which tech oligarch Mr. Sanchez is referring to there. It goes by the initials of EM, and one of the most powerful people in the world, of course, with his own social media platform, Mr. EM. And Prime Minister Sanchez criticising him there and saying that Mr. Sanchez could be around a while. Why not? Until 2027, and let's go further. There could be no end to this socialist coalition government here in Spain. Let's hope that is not the case. Next piece of news here, and 5 people have been arrested in Barcelona after Therian gathering of 3,000 people. 5 people were arrested on Saturday night in Barcelona following public disturbances after a large Therian gathering. According to police and municipal sources, the event held near the Arc de Triomphe initially remained peaceful and attracted around 3,000 attendees, including followers and curious onlookers. Therians are young people who identify with animals and often wear masks masks while acting accordingly. After the main gathering ended, a smaller group caused incidents involving clashes, vandalism and damage to street furniture. The local police requested support from the Mossos d'Esquadra, but the Catalonian police, to clear the area and restore order. The situation ended with 5 arrests in total, 4 made by the Mossos and only 1 by Barcelona's municipal police. Now, forgive me for not knowing the meaning of the word in this sense anyway, Therian, before investigating it today. As we can see there, people that identify with animals and sometimes act like animals as well. I thought they were called furries, but apparently there's a difference between those two groups, the Therians and the furries. And trouble breaking out when a group of hooligans tried to disrupt the gathering there of 3,000 people, which was peaceful up until that moment when the radicals came in and said, "Who are these strange people here? Let's disrupt their meeting and create violence and get people arrested." That's what we're dealing with nowadays. And the final piece of news here, good news for people that like good weather here in Spain, especially in February, because we've got May-like temperatures hitting Spain at this time of the month. Spain is experiencing unusually warm weather for mid-February, with temperatures rising in some cities up to 10 degrees Celsius above seasonal averages. A strong high-pressure system has cleared most cloud cover across the peninsula, bringing sunny skies and light winds. Monday and Tuesday are expected to be the warmest days of the spring-like spell, with much of southern Spain exceeding 20 degrees Celsius and parts of Murcia reaching around 25 degrees Celsius. In northern areas, temperatures are also rising significantly, approaching or passing 20 degrees Celsius in places. Despite the daytime warmth, nights remain cold, creating large temperature swings of up to 20 degrees in some cities, such as Soria. In the Canary Islands, the heat is accompanied by calima, a dust haze that may reduce visibility and air quality. So spring-like temperatures on the 22nd of February, heading into the week with these higher than usual temperatures, up to 10 degrees more than for this time of year normally. And Murcia, as we can see there, maybe going to hit 25 degrees Celsius. So good luck if you are there. And remember, start to get the sunscreen out and protect your skin with these higher than usual winter spring-like temperatures as we saw there. Let's look at some comments that have been left on the channel in recent times by viewers. The first one here, let's get it on the screen, from ELP. "So glad you popped up on my feed. I watched you a few years ago. Great show you have." Thanks, ELP. Yes, the strange way that YouTube works. You can watch someone's videos many times over, and of course, if you don't subscribe to that channel or like the videos, I suppose they can disappear from your feed altogether, because YouTube likes to think it knows what you want to watch. And that is why you get so many different suggestions all the time, trying to spread it out. And it's happened to me. I used to watch certain people on YouTube, and then they disappear. You never see them again unless you actively look for them. And that's what happens, right? So thanks for reconnecting, and good to see that you still enjoy the videos. Want to hear from Barry, a long comment. "Stuart, thanks for all your excellent information on the weather situation in Spain. My wife and I are frequent visitors to Murcia. In October last year, we had horrendous rainstorms, which once again decimated the beaches around the Mar Menor and the lagoon itself. Why are the government not helping more to clean this up? Also, there is a resort called Los Nietos, which over the past decade has been completely abandoned in terms of maintenance of the infrastructure generally, unlike neighbouring resorts. Have you any idea why this is? Is it due to the influx of immigrants to the village? Thank you." Thanks for the comment, Barry. I will say straight up that I don't think the reason Los Nietos has been neglected is due to an influx of immigrants. I don't think that would be the case, but then again, I could be wrong. I think it's just a matter of that particular town hall not having the funds to or the will to want to improve the infrastructure. The storms come that part. I mean, I looked on the internet. Who was that person's name there? Was it Barry? Let me see, Barry. Yeah, I looked on the internet, Barry, and every year there's a story about Los Nietos and the neighbours complaining about how dirty it is, how the weeds are growing, how the pavements are cracked with holes in them, and just basic neglect. So again, why this is, I've got no idea, but I suppose it has something to do with the fact that like I said, the local council there, for whatever reason, just doesn't spend the money. Doesn't think that it's worth getting that place in tip-top shape. And I imagine that that some parts of the Mar Menor get more and more difficult. And when people abandon these places, and let's be honest about this, lots of people are just not going to those places anymore because of the state of the Mar Menor in certain places. So it is what it is, and and probably a lack of funds. I don't think it's immigration related, but you never know. But I don't think so. One here from Paul. We're coming to Andalusia on the 31st of March, catching a train to Seville, Cordoba and Granada. Will the trains be running? Paul from Canberra. Paul, thanks for the comment. Will the trains be running on the 31st of March? I hope so. I hope they will be running. I think things are running now, particularly between those places that you mentioned there, Seville, Cordoba and Granada. Don't think there's any issues as far as trains are concerned. The Madrid-Seville line was cut because of the fatal accident, and there have been some infrastructure damage in some parts of Andalusia, but I imagine that those have been taken care of and things are back up and running now. So by the 31st of March, which is over a month away, I imagine that things should be pretty much running smoothly, Paul. So good luck with your trip. Hope all goes well. Another one here from Rosie Rose. An interesting and informative video. Thank you, Stuart. I'm in the UK and currently in the process of applying for German citizenship by descent. So visiting and travelling around Europe should be a whole lot easier, I hope. Thanks, Rosie, for the comment there. Yes, I imagine that many people in the United Kingdom are looking for ways to get their hands on a European passport or an Irish passport if they have that possibility, given that their once powerful passport is no longer so powerful in the European Union, of course. And for people that like to travel around the European Union without the restraints of the Schengen zone visa situation or time limits, it's a bit of a hassle. So good luck, Rosie, with your endeavour to get that German passport. And if you are successful, you'll just be like every other European, with freedom of movement in the Schengen area. Thank you very much. Another one here from Steady BCN. Most homes in Spain have either inadequate or no insulation against temperature fluctuations. Let's not forget about noise. We can easily hear the conversation and daily routines of the neighbours. Everything comes at a cost, of course. Too cold for many in winter and too hot in summer. Thanks for the comment, Steady BCN. Yeah, lots of people, as I mentioned yesterday, that's one of their big complaints, the state of housing or the quality of housing in many parts of the country. Thin walls, you can hear what your neighbours are getting up to during the day. I remember my first flat in Madrid, the walls were so thin I could, hear the person's radio station as if it was in my room. That's how thin the walls were. And even here in this house that I'm in now, whenever there's activity behind me in the house next door, you can hear it quite clearly, especially when the voices get raised or other noises are louder than usual. You can hear them very, very clearly, of course. But it is what it is, and insulation is the other issue when it comes to housing here. Don't know why, but a lot of houses are inadequate in that sense. Thanks for the comment. And the final one here from Good Way to Live. Hola Stu, tiene buen dia. Thanks, Good One Way to Live One. Thanks for that. But if you're going to say this to someone, have a nice day, In Spanish, you need to use the subjunctive form of the verb tener, which is tenga, or tengas, que tengas un buen día. Have a nice day, because it's an imperative. I think that would be the reason, is it not? Have a nice day. Que tengas un buen día. But thanks for the comment anyway, and you too. Have a nice day. Que tengas un buen día. Now let's go into the live chat. Let's see if I can get this on the screen here now. There we go. Into the live chat. Before I do, I need to acknowledge the background photo. This one here of the marathon runners in the city of Seville. And all of the bananas or platanos, whatever they are, they're on the bench waiting for the runners to fly by. And apparently, according to the person who sent this photo through, Stephen is his name, the Seville Marathon is one of the fastest, if not in the world, in Europe anyway. Very fast marathon because it's quite flat, I believe. And if you get the right time of the year in Seville when it's not boiling hot, you could probably set some fairly fast temperatures. Those bananas look tasty, I will say. So thanks for the picture, Stephen. Any one that has a similar type of picture that you would like to see on the backdrop, the email address is on the screen now, spainspeaks@gmail.com. Feel free to send your photos through to that email address. There it is there, as you can see. And also, if you've got something else you want to send my way, you can also send it through to that email address, spainspeaks@gmail.com. People that have supported the channel in recent times, thank you very much for that support. Greatly appreciated. Whether it's here on the YouTube platform, super thanks. People that have bought me a coffee, longer term supporters on Patreon, thank you. And also the channel members of this YouTube channel, thank you very much for that support. And if you haven't hit the like icon yet, just down the in the corner there near the bananas, the same color as the bananas is the like icon. Hit it, please. We're currently at 41. Let's see if we can get up to a decent tally of likes today as we go into the chat section. So let's see what's happening there. Let me scroll up to the top. All right. Should be a quick one tonight. Not many chats here. Mike coming in from Canada. Vermilion, I think Mike is located. 23 below zero there. Hoping Canada beats the USA in the Olympic Winter Olympic ice hockey gold medal game. I think we got a result here from somebody else. We'll see it in a minute. Barbara's in the chat here too, coming in from a sunny Playa Flamenca, 19 degrees there. Well done to Carlos Alcaraz for winning the Qatar final yesterday. Wasn't aware that Mr. Alcaraz was playing, Barbara, but thanks for letting us in on that. Janet's coming in from Oxford. Warm sunshine today. Very welcome, says Janet. Thank you very much, Janet. Good to see you. Sani coming in from Basingstoke. Warm. Only a little warm. Only a little rain today, says Sani. Thanks, Sani, for that too. Alan. Hi, Stu and everyone. Sorry, but the US beat Canada in the hockey. 18 degrees in San Diego. So the US got the medal there, beating the Canadians. If you're into ice hockey, that is. Hi, Flyer John. Hello all. Hope to make it home for work from work in time for the live. Have a great week. Thanks, John. Stephen's in the chat as well, watching from North London. Had a bit of sun today. Thanks, Stephen, for that. TYB Senior coming in from Belgium. Good to see you, TYB. Regina's coming in from a snowy Estonia. Good to see you, Regina. Snowy there. Bronny coming in from South Wales, 9 degrees there. The sun was shining earlier. Thank you for the live stream information. Best wishes. Thanks, Bronny. Amanda's in the chat here too. Hello all. A bit ITE. I imagine that's late. Thanks, Amanda. There we go. Late coming tonight. Thanks for that. Amanda saying, identifying as an animal, I find it puzzling. As do many, Amanda. As do many people. I'm not really sure what it's all about. What was it called? Ethereum or something, was it? Furries. Janet also questioning the movement, not really understanding it. Andrew is saying, surprise, surprise, Amarinha, sun, little wind, 17, 18 degrees. Drove along the coast for a glass of midday. Lovely. Thanks, Andrew, for that. Enjoyed the good weather. I think it's going to be a warm couple of days at least, the next few. Iggy coming in from Jaén, finally dry there. Good to see you, Iggy. Antonio's in the chat. It's great knowing you're doing fine. Live streams are great. Congrats, good luck, and cheers. Thanks, Antonio. Good to see you in the live stream. Tasks. Hello from Sydney. Don't really ever catch up alive, but too warm to sleep. Hot in Sydney, is it there? Tasks. What's the date? 22nd of February. What's the summer been like in Sydney? Not sure. Jane and Pete coming in. Have a lovely Sunday. Snow there. Where is the spring? Not sure, but here we're getting some spring-like weather, which is fantastic. Henry, 15 degrees in Nice, France. Thanks, Henry. And Pete, I think Pete and Jane, we just saw Pete's partner. Hola amigos, ojalá que todos estén bien, con buena salud, con tiempo mejorando por el pueblo hispánico. Aquí hemos tenido un poco de primavera la semana pasada, pero hoy nieve y hielo. Practicing the Spanish there, good one, like that one. Good one, Pete. Let's see here, trying to practice Spanish in celebration of Spain's first winter medals in the ski mountaineering. Yeah, we saw that the other day, the first time in 54 years, I think, that Spain's won a medal at the Winter Olympics. Central Texas, 14 degrees there, according to Barb. Nice video and informative as usual. Can't wait to retire and live in Spain one day. Hope all goes well with that. Gene, good afternoon, Stu. Sunny Florida, South Florida. Still hoping to visit Zaragoza in August. Hope all goes well with that trip, Gene. And you do get to your destination there, Zaragoza. And Pete confirming that both next to each other, typing away on two different devices. Good to see you guys. That's the end of the live stream. That's the end of the chat. Been a pleasure as always. Should be back again on Tuesday with another one. Hope to see you then. Until that date, hasta luego, hasta entonces, adios, and bye-bye.